All right, welcome. Today, we're going to break down how mastering your morning can literally transform your life. We're going to dive into the mindset, the habits, and the strategies that will help you start your day with power and really take charge of your future.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Every single morning, you're faced with this choice. It's a simple one, but it sets the entire tone for your day. Are you going to hit snooze, roll over, and just keep dreaming? Or are you going to get up and actually chase those dreams?
This isn't just about whether you're a morning person or not. That first decision you make when your eyes open, that's a battle. It's a choice that determines if you start your day already feeling behind or if you start it with a feeling of complete control and intention.
Let's just picture two scenarios here. First, imagine someone jolting awake late, instantly grabbing their phone and just rushing around. They feel stressed and overwhelmed before their day has even really begun. Now, picture someone else. They wake up early, they stretch, they hydrate, and they quietly plan out their day. It's pretty obvious who's starting from a position of strength, right?
So what's the big deal? What do you actually get out of that early start? Well, it turns out those early hours offer some pretty unique advantages that most people just sleep right through. It's not just about having extra time, it's about tapping into a special kind of power for clarity and focus.
Think about it. While pretty much the rest of the world is still asleep, you gain these three core advantages. Number one is complete control. No emails are dinging, no notifications are screaming for your attention. Second, your mind is totally fresh, which makes it the perfect time for deep thinking. And finally, you get the incredible gift of uninterrupted solitude.
This really gets to the heart of it all, the huge difference between being reactive versus being proactive. When you start your day ahead of the curve, you decide how your day unfolds. You're not letting distractions or other people's emergencies call the shots. It's a fundamental shift from being a passenger to being the driver.
And hey, this is not some new age productivity hack. Some of the greatest minds in history treated this quiet time as their secret weapon. For a guy like Einstein, that solitude wasn't about being bored. It was the essential ingredient he needed to explore groundbreaking ideas, completely free from the world's noise.
Okay, but let's be real. Just waking up early isn't the magic bullet. You can't just stumble out of bed and expect things to change. It's not just about being awake, it's about being intentional. You need a blueprint, a plan to fuel your body, sharpen your mind, and really set the stage for a winning day.
So here's a super powerful but really simple way to structure that time. It's a three-part system. The whole idea is to hit these three areas in order to maximize your potential before most people have even had their first sip of coffee. Let's see how it works.
And if you look at the people at the top of their game, you see this pattern again and again. Muhammad Ali was out there on his pre-dawn runs to get a physical edge. Warren Buffett famously invests in himself by reading for hours every morning. And Oprah Winfrey uses that time to visualize her goals and set her intentions. They all get it. How you start is how you finish.
I love this from Da Vinci because he totally gets it. This quiet time isn't about being lonely. It's about reconnecting with your own thoughts, your own ambitions. In those early morning hours, you belong completely to yourself. There's no one else to please, no distractions, just pure, unadulterated time to think and create.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds amazing in theory, but then the alarm goes off. And that's when the real fight begins, right? So let's get real and tackle the challenges and the excuses that stop most people dead in their tracks. This is the daily battle between comfort and commitment.
Look, we've all got these stories we tell ourselves, don't we? But when you really examine them, I'm not a morning person. Is that a fact, or is it just a habit you haven't trained yet? Feeling too tired, that's usually a sign your sleep habits need a tune-up. And having no reason to get up, well, that's your cue to create a reason you're actually excited about.
And this brings us to probably the most important mindset shift of all, the difference between motivation and discipline. See, motivation is a feeling. It's a fair-weather friend. It shows up when it's sunny, but it's gone when things get tough. Discipline, on the other hand, that's a choice. It's a muscle, and it gets stronger every single time you use it.
So how do you build that discipline muscle? Well, here are some dead simple tricks to make it way easier on yourself. The battle is actually won the night before by setting a good bedtime. Then make it physically harder to fail. Put that alarm across the room. As soon as you're up, get your body moving. And maybe most importantly, schedule something you actually enjoy doing first thing.
And this question from Steve Jobs, man, it just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? Waking up early isn't just about productivity. It's about clarity. It's about taking conscious control of your thoughts, your energy, and your life right from the very first moment.
Okay, let's bring it all home.
how does this one small daily habit create such massive change? It's all about the compounding effect. A strong start creates momentum. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but it picks up speed and size and becomes this unstoppable force.
You might have heard this called the ripple effect. There's this famous speech by a U.S. Navy SEAL that explains it perfectly. He says, if you make your bed every morning, you'll have accomplished the first task of the day. It's a small win, but it gives you a small sense of pride and encourages you to do another task, and another, and another.
And you know, the crazy thing is, the energy you build in those quiet morning hours doesn't just stay with you, it ripples out. It impacts everyone you meet. When you start your day with purpose, you show up as a better leader, a better parent, a better friend, a better version of you.
So where do you even begin with all this? How about a simple challenge? Just 7 days, that's it. We're not talking about a lifelong commitment right now. For just 1 week, commit to waking up a little earlier, do something intentional, and just see how it feels.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. The choice to embrace discipline, to find your purpose, and to grow. It's all yours. And it starts the very moment your alarm rings tomorrow. The life you want is waiting. Your journey starts tomorrow. Will you rise up and own it?